Hello and welcome to Souls Intersect. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs, and it's focused on March of 2017. I will read through the cards first. From the top left, we have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And then in the center, the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. And then on the bottom from the left, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the King of Cups. All right, looking at the top row, I sense that for the month of March, there may be some trouble focusing. It's possible that it's related to work. You have the Eight of Pentacles in the center. Some of you may have actually started a new job with that ace there too. And I do feel like it's something that is part of your path, part of your intended path, part of your mission. It feels like if you've started a new job, it feels like work that you're destined to have in a sense. It feels like it's using gifts that you've been working on and even were born with, and that it's meant to be happening so that you can further those skills and really give back to the world doing what you do best. So it feels like a positive new opening, and I get the sense too that some of you may have been out of work recently with that Five of Pentacles. It feels like there's something, it may have been something that was pretty well established or a job that you'd been at for a long time. I see that Hierophant sometimes as an institution. I feel like it has its back to that Five of Pentacles, that maybe you were left out in the cold by a really established institution. So this could be a university, it could even be church related or something religious. It could even be like a hospital or something like that, or a financial institution that maybe you were at for a long time and possibly laid off or fired, or you may have left, but if you did that, it's because of reasons that it feels like you felt like you had to for some reason, that you were, someone or something turned its back on you. And so now I feel that for most of you, there is a new beginning related to work, but that you are having trouble focusing. With the Five of Wands in the top left, I sense that there's some conflict about something related to, I definitely don't feel like you're very grounded right now. That's one thing. And I get the sense that you're not settled about something. It may be that you're unsure if you're in the right place, but it's interesting because the reading is telling me that you are, just that you're not very settled about it. It's also possible that you're still processing conflict that happened related to whatever this path is, this new path, and what happened recently in terms of work especially, that you're still processing it, that it kind of still feels like your mind and your motivations are going in different directions. That's what I'm getting from this Five of Wands. And then the Seven of Cups, it can be about daydreaming. Next to the Page of Pentacles like that, I really feel like it's that lack of focus. But it could even be for some of you that you're kind of going backtracking in your mind about something that happened, a conflict that happened recently that's impacted you emotionally, and you may even be fantasizing about ways it could be different or ways that you could have handled it differently. And I do pick up on some being hard on yourself about it. Now, if it's not in relation to work, excuse me, I feel that there's still kind of a similar storyline where something happened where you felt like someone turned their back on you, and it feels like it felt unfair. Once again, I do feel that it is in your highest good. I know that that's not always pleasant to hear, but it just feels like it's resituating things and getting you back on a path or further on along a path of what you're meant to be doing. And it might not be in relation to work. It could be that you're meant to be on a new path or set in a new direction to meet someone else or to accomplish something else. It's just that right now it seems like it's kind of a transition period for you. I feel like it's difficult for you to see right now why it happened when it was possibly very sudden too. But again, that you felt like left out in the cold, your back turned to you, or someone turned their back to you, and you have picked up the pieces, but are not quite feeling back in a routine. And also definitely not settled about what did happen. So not only does it seem like you're probably in a period where you're making some transitions very literally, either in relation to work or relationships or home setting in some way or goals, but that also it's transitional because of how you're still processing it. So the good thing with the Eight of Pentacles being in the center is that, well, a couple of messages with that. One, it is the Pentacles energy. It's very grounded. It's an 8. It's very balanced. And I feel like you will get to that point where you feel settled. One of the keys to that, this is the other message that's coming through with it, is to focus on work, especially if this is work related. And it's not to only be focusing on work, but that is what is going to help you feel more settled. It might seem right now to you like if you're not processing this in your mind and your heart, whatever happened, you're not going to get closure or not going to feel settled or come to any conclusions. It's actually the opposite. That's what I'm feeling right now. You're tempted to be there energetically, but actually focusing on work or something else that keeps you focused is very logistical, working with your hands, something like that. It's going to clear up enough space mentally and emotionally that you'll probably actually have more realizations and begin to feel more settled because of that. Now, sorry about that. I'm not ignoring this King of Cups. I just wanted to transition into it because you can see that it has very different coloring than a lot of the other cards. A lot of the cards are sharing like yellows and reds and greens. And the King of Cups is very different, and I feel like this is a new energy moving in. So for some of you, this could be representing you being that water energy, but it can also be someone else. So I'm going to do a couple of interpretations on that. The first one is that if it's you, I feel like a new transition is coming in, a new kind of energy that you will make your way out of this. When I look at the other energy of the reading compared to the King of Cups, I can feel the chaos even more. And it's not a very certain time for you, but you're going to get to a place where you feel more like yourself. And if you're a Pisces sun, this could be around your birthday, because I feel like it's almost like that ultimate position of a water sign. And because this is a month for birthday for many of you, that could be a point where you start to feel like a new energy moves in, like a new beginning. If this is someone else, I feel that someone may be coming in to help shift some of these energies. Now, for some of you, this could be someone in the helping field, being that cup energy, but it can also be a love interest, could be a water sign, not necessarily. If it's a love interest, especially if they're not a water sign, I feel like they are going to be very direct and open with you about their emotions. I feel that there's an interest in you. And I also feel, interestingly enough, that they are going to recognize some of what you're going through, either because they're going through it themselves, possibly with you. So that would be like, if it's work related, they may have witnessed and experienced some similar things. So it could be someone you know at work. Or they're just really good at and perceptive. They're intuitive themselves, so they're good at recognizing these things, and that they may almost be empathing some of this energy and just really able to tune into you. And that's good for you. It might make you a little bit uncomfortable. So I would say, though, this person feels very stable and grounded and significant because they're coming up in the reading, and it's that different energy which feels more peaceful, feels more welcoming and warm. So one warning is that if you do meet someone who feels, it's not necessarily pushy, but again, it might make you a little bit uncomfortable that they seem so in tune with you. It might weird you out a little bit. You might wonder where it's coming from, and you just might not be used to it. But you possess that too, and actually, this is a compatibility between the two of you, I sense. So, the warning that I was mentioning, or what I would say to watch out for, is not to push anyone away just because they might seem to be tuning into you a little bit too much. I don't feel that they are trying to disrespect boundaries or anything like that. I feel like they're just, whether it's at the conscious level or at the soul level, they're trying to show you how similar to you they are and how compatible the two of you are, and how you can benefit from this person and from each other ultimately. So stay open-minded. It may also not look like, it may be unexpected. Again, it might make you uncomfortable, and the person might not look like what you're expecting to. Again, it's a very contrasting energy to whatever you've been going through. So that's good because it's going to help you shift gears if it's about someone else. And it's also good because it is, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's coming in and is going to help you shift gears. And again, is also going to show you how compatible the two of you are. So it does feel like something significant coming through. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up here. If you have any questions about it, feel free to email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. The address to my website is posted below if you're interested in booking a reading. Take care. Thank you.